The project Riverside Archipelago consists of three parts: the research, the strategy, and the proposal of three different scales of landscapes. The first part of the project is a research about the fluvial landscapes of Arta River in the region of Epirus, which stems from the Pindos Mountains and flows from the Vrakikos Gulf. The research focuses on the mouth of the river, which include an artificial lake, a town, and an agricultural meadow. There is an attempt of mapping the vulnerabilities of the mouth because of the sudden floods of the fluvial settlements due to the climate change. In order to analyze the flood problems, the research is focusing on mapping the changes of the three landscapes of the mouth over the years, starting with the artificial lake and the two dams that have completely changed the climate and ecosystem of the area. Secondly, the riparian zone of Arta, an abandoned and occasionally flooded area, and finally, the productive meadow, where severe floods occur because of the incapability of the two dams. The second part of the project is a strategy for managing the three parts of river's mouth. The strategy treats the river as a natural mechanism that adapts at the changes of water flow and creates different sustainable waterscapes in its path to the bay. The strategy is composed in three different phases which concern the three parts of the natural mechanism. The first phase includes the controlled change of river flow through a different dam management for the formation of the new meadow lakes. The second phase is the generation of Arta's riverfront, including three riparian interventions. Finally, the third part of the strategy is about the phasing flooding of the meadow for water cultivation, which will cause the form of different fluvial wetlands for preventing the flood of the villages, transforming the meadow into an archipelago of hydroponic islands. The third and last part is focusing on the urban landscape of the mouth, the town of Arta. The design of three interventions at the riverfront of the city aims to gradually strengthen the habitat relationship with the river. Therefore, it is proposed a design of two river pools, which constitutes a landscape of recreation, then introduces to the city a new habit of seasonal river bathing. A wetland park which manages the river's rapidity in the winter months while providing residents with a park area. And finally, an hydroponic garden for the experimental water cultivation that will be accessible by all citizens in order to become familiar with the process of hydroponic agriculture. The hydroponics will be planted on special platforms in the water of the lake as well as educational buildings and hydroponic greenhouses. Therefore, the unfavorable condition of flooding can turn the flood risk into a significant pole of development for the area, a sustainable process that is going to preserve a riverside archipelago.